Hello, everyone. You miss me?
I
I
did.
know. I know. I wasn't here last week,
It
but
wasn't the same.
I know it. Not the show wouldn't be the same if I wasn't on it.
Yeah,
Just
100%.
saying.
It was
Just
awkward.
saying. Like Alfred's a great host. I'm just letting Alfred's a great
Ryan
host.
was great too.
By the way, just letting everybody know, my camera's going to be doing this all night. Okay, so if you see it loading the whole time, it's on purpose because me being precautionary, downloaded this new stupid security system on my laptop, and it's messing with my camera system. So it thinks my camera is trying to hack my computer. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast right here on the FinTalk Sports Network. Someone said Evan #1. False. I'm #1.
And he's part of the tribe. We're both #1. He's
all
number
right.
one too. He's also a Jew. So
all right. Okay. Wait.
Are you fasting Monday?
I can. I'm diabetic. I have to take medicine. Yeah. First off.
What a bad. I'm just kidding.
First off, Happy New Year. Shana Tova to you.
Shana Tova Metuka.
Yeah. Shana Tova to everyone. Yeah. Alfred is out tonight. Well, he's probably with his lady friend, but it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. I got some news at the end of the show about next week's show that you're not going to want to miss. But anyway, we're not going to go very long tonight. But I have to talk to Finn Stans over here about some shit talking that was going on last week.
Sorry.
Just in case everybody knows and wants to find out now, I became the junior varsity tennis coach at the high school that I work at. Okay. Can people still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear your beautiful
voice. Perfect. Okay. So I became the JV head, the JV coach. So basically I'm the assistant coach, but I'm JV head coach. Okay. I had to, before I could even get on the court with the kids, I had to go through all these different trainings, and it was about 12 different things. I had to go through concussion protocol. I had to go through, and to get CPR certified, which I'm now CPR certified. So if anyone starts dying, I can save you. Just letting you know.
Including don't know yourself?
Including myself. Don't know if I will. I may still call somebody because I don't, and depending if I like you or not. So, but I had to do all these things. And that Thursday night, I had 2 things left to do. Literally, just CPR certification that day. And I had to do my new head coach's training that night. And I didn't finish it till almost 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Past your bedtime.
Way past my bedtime. But literally, I got up the next morning, went to work, submitted both of them to the head athletic director. And then within about 2 or 3 hours, I get the email or the head tennis coach comes in and goes, "You are clear to coach now." So I'm going to be busier now. My practices are Monday and Wednesday, which doesn't really affect anything. Tuesday and Thursdays, I do strength and conditioning with the kids. So just in case anyone's wondering what my schedule life is like now, it's hell. But still, this guy gave me shit for being a
He's frozen because no one believes what he's saying.
Yes. You know what? No. The camera's freezing because it's trying to prevent me from venting. And every time it freezes, it means I probably cursed or something like that.
I give you pride. Us of our tribe, tennis players, not so much.
Look, what people don't know about me is I played tennis for 14 years of my life.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm about to be 33 in November. I played tennis for almost 14 years.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. I'm just this is wrestling. Everything is scripted. We need to have it ready.
And because I tuned in, like literally while I was on my doing my trainings, you know what? I want to hear what these guys are saying. And then right as I tune in, it goes, "Alex is missing this for tennis?" Like, I was like, come on now. All right. But we've got some wrestling news to get to in case you didn't hear. We're going to talk about the cuts in a second because I kind of want to end with the cuts. So, Evan, I don't know if you know, but WWE today announced that Elimination Chamber is going to be in Aussie in Australia.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Which I think is fantastic because Australians have no filter.
No.
They will say what they're literally the entire script. The pay-per-view is going to be like.
So basically, the whole show is going to be about Rhea Ripley.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if she comes out,
she's going to get the Bad Bunny. She's going to get the Bad Bunny vibe there.
Yeah, or if Grayson Waller comes out, he may get it too.
Oh Jesus!
Like
I think they deported him.
Look, Grayson Waller is that like comic relief guy, but I actually think that he's going to get a belt in the near future. He's one of the NXT guys that I think can make it. They brought up some other NXT people, but like Pretty Deadly, no one has heard from them in a while because no one cares.
No one cares.
They're probably going to end up going back to NXT to get better.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, what are your thoughts on Australia hosting a pay-per-view?
Anywhere they can go. It's a worldwide brand. I sort of treat it like the NFL, where I think NFL one day needs to be in Europe. It's a worldwide brand. Great wrestlers have come out of there. Like I've said, starting with even if you consider New Zealand, they brought the freaking Bushwhackers. You don't remember the Bushwhackers? We were all doing this when we were kids. Come on. And having Rhea Ripley or Buddy Murphy or, like you said, Grayson Waller, Tony Storm. There's been a lot of great talent that's come out of there. And it's a beautiful place. It just, I don't even know what time we're going to have to watch it at. It's going to be so weird to be watching. They're going to be a day and a half ahead of us. It's so insane. Yeah. They're 16 hours ahead. So if they do it 16 hours ahead, I can't even do the math. Like, are we watching it like at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Right. I don't know.
They're not going to get a ton of, like, you and me are going to have to watch this thing like at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're going to have to take a day off.
I think what they may have to record it, and basically we have to probably turn off all our notifications because they're just going to record it and then people are going to have to watch it later.
That's why I don't watch when they go to Saudi Arabia, because it's just weird. Like, you're watching it at noon. Like, middle of my work day at noon on a Thursday, like, it doesn't work for me.
Well, now it's Saturdays. That's why it's to Saturday, because I remember the first time they were in Saudi Arabia and it was like a Thursday night at 12 o'clock. I mean, Thursday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I was at work. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
So I put it on, and literally it killed my time to the time I had to leave for work. So it was awesome. But now, since WWE changed their shifting to Saturday pay-per-views,
but they must have to do some live events there too, because a while, because the jet lag for these wrestlers is going to be off the charts.
I mean, their next pay-per-view is until October 7th, I believe, which is Fastlane.
That's Fastlane.
But what I do like, speaking of pay-per-views, is NXT does all the old school pay-per-views for WWE.
Yeah.
Like, they have No Mercy, and they have Great American Bash. Like, they do all the pay-per-views that, like, we grew up with.
Yeah.
Which I think is fantastic.
Well, and just on a side note of NXT, like, after watching this past week, putting Becky there is pumping up. That's why they did it. They want to pump up that brand, and her just pumps it up. It's amazing.
Right, but there's a lot of backlash going on with it right now, because they're saying why did WWE take the belt from Tiffany Stratton and give it to Becky? Which is a good question. I don't know if y'all talked about that.
I think they were a little bit annoyed by her. They were a little annoyed by her, and I think they want her to earn the belt back, right? Like, they had Roxanne Perez, and she got injured, and then now there's this. Like, I think they wanted to create some rivalry, and I think they did not have the wrestler down there currently. Maybe they don't think that Valkyrie or whatever I forget her name is.
Yeah.
Lyra is not ready yet, so they needed to balance it out with her a little bit.
Yeah. No, I don't know, but I watched NXT
when Charlotte wanted. When Charlotte wanted, it helped NXT to get, because if it wasn't for Charlotte taking it off of Rhea, you wouldn't have Io. Like, it just they have to do that. I think they're just lying in wait for somebody else to get there.
No, I agree. I 100% agree. No, because I was watching NXT that night and I was like, oh wait, it was like 8:45 like my time, and I was like, oh wait, there's probably like 15 minutes left in NXT, and I know Becky's fighting, so let me turn it there. And luckily, I turned it on right when the match started. So I was like, okay, so I watched it, and I didn't know if they were gonna give it to Becky, but I'm glad they did, because number one, Becky has fought back from several injuries. The NXT belt was the only women's belt she hadn't won yet.
No, she wanted to get the Grand Slam. Yeah.
Yeah. So now she's been Raw Women's Champion.
We talked about that.
SmackDown Women's Champion. Now NXT Women's Champion.
She's the fourth of the 4 horsewomen to get it, which is surprising.
So, good for Becky Lynch. Yeah. Absolutely good for Becky Lynch. And then, speaking of Becky Lynch, you and I were talking about this literally 5 minutes ago. Is Shinsuke Seth Rollins rivalry? You think it's back?
It is the worst rivalry I've watched in a long time because it's such a filler. They don't know who to put Seth Rollins against. They're basically making him a chump champion against Shinsuke. Like, he can't get off of Shinsuke. He's the champion, and Shinsuke has his number every time with a bad back. And when I don't understand, no offense to the WWE, but every time Seth Rollins comes to attack Shinsuke, he's dressed like he's literally pimped out. Like, he's not going to get, he's going to get his ass kicked. And it's just like you're beating down your champion, and you know that in the end he's going to end up winning it. So, like, he's not losing the belt to Shinsuke Nakamura. There'll be a huge backlash if Shinsuke wins the title, because I don't think Shinsuke is capable of carrying that title. I don't think he's capable. He's a mid-card champion. He's a mid-card champion.
I think because they haven't announced yet. I don't think they've announced it yet. Everybody is saying is it's Cody Rhodes. That's what everybody's saying, that it's Cody Rhodes going over to SmackDown, which, if that were to be true, Raw's ratings are going to go straight down.
Also, just I'm letting you know, they're not moving Cody Rhodes anytime soon because right now he needs to stick around till Jimmy Uso has a sort of like turnaround where people forget that he's earning the respect of the Raw locker room.
Yeah.
He has to stay on Raw till he overcomes that, because that's going to be the next feud for Cody Rhodes. It's sort of, he's now with Jimmy Uso in a sense.
Okay. Because I'm wondering, he's tied to him. So Jey Uso turned his back on Judgment. In case you missed Raw this past Monday night, the main event was Jey versus Drew McIntyre, and Judgment Day has been eagerly recruiting Jey to join Judgment Day. And then at the very end, like, he gave him a fist bump. He gave Damian Priest a fist bump, and then super kicks him right in the face, and then super kicked Finn and Dominic at the same time. Then after the match, he lost it. Then after the match, which they're doing the Drew McIntyre heel turn. I think y'all talked about that last week. It's they showed Jey getting the shit kicked out of him, and Drew McIntyre just looking and like
there goes Cody,
contemplating, and then here comes Cody, right? Helping him out. So but do you think Cody helping out Jey increases his stock or lowers it?
It lowers it now, but raises it later.
Okay.
That's what I think. Like, he's there now because now he's no longer on his own. He's tied to another WWE superstar. Like, his storyline flows with Jey Uso right now. So I'm waiting for the handicap match between him, Jey. Maybe, I don't know if they'll do a 4. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a match coming up with Dominic, Damian, Finn Balor, JD McDonough against Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes. That's going to be a match that's going to come.
Which would be interesting.
I think they're focusing on maybe the Kevin Owens potential heel turn, or will the Judgment Day break up? Like, there's a lot going on there.
And, as much as I know you love the Judgment Day. I know you love the Judgment Day. I know is the fact that they put the tag title belts on them. I don't see them. I think they did it on purpose. They're not
defending champions.
They did it. They put the belts on them on purpose because I think from that specific I think they want the KO heel turn.
But by the way, I could see Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes winning the tag titles at this point.
You know what?
Or Sami and Jey or something.
Like, honestly, so could I. I could 100% see them. I think they're trying to develop the JD McDonough thing to see if he's actually going to be in the Judgment Day. And I know that, but I could definitely see Cody and Jey winning the titles, or Sami and Jey winning the titles.
And I must say, by the way, I think now at this point, I know this doesn't sound controversial, I think it's time to get rid of the Money Bank briefcase. And the reason I say that is this is going to be the second time that no one has a sense of feel of the champion being won. When Austin Theory won it, no one believed he could be a top-tier champion. Yeah. And right now, I'm sorry to Damian Priest, because of the way he's built within the Judgment Day, he's not a leader there. It doesn't feel like he has never. How is he going to all of a sudden be able to turn? He's not beating Roman Reigns. That's not what they're going to use him for. But for me, I don't see him being Seth Rollins. I don't see a feud coming again with the Judgment Day, like recycling it. You already did that with Finn Balor. So which belt is he taking? I don't see it.
The only way that happens is they lose the tag titles, and then see they had it played out kind of perfectly. Is if Finn would have beaten Seth for the title, and then he would have cashed in on Finn, there's a story right there, because number one, Judgment Day is done. Okay, or not necessarily done, because you'll still have probably Damian, Dom, and Rhea in Judgment Day, and then Finn and JD McDonough together. So you'll have kind of like, but then it's like, do you make Finn the face? Do you make him? It's heel versus heel right there.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued to see, and that sucks because the Money in the Bank briefcase was something that a lot of fans, it's lost its value. It's valued for the women. It's not valued for the men.
That's great. But even now, Io, who's she facing? She's stuck in a group. I'm tired of a guy within a group. Like when Big E won it, he came out of he was not directly involved with the group anymore. Like I hate people within a group unless there's a leader of the faction getting the belt. But I must say, I was disappointed you didn't lead off the show because we haven't had a show since then. You and I were going on at it on Friday, but when you saw Pat McAfee, and then I watched College Game Day that Friday with Steven, like I was watching the previews of all the stuff on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
When you realized where they were in Boulder and then they were near Denver, I had this weird sense. And when you and I heard that, I was doing something else. And all of a sudden you sent that message. I go, how insane was that for you?
Let's just say I was on my couch and I'm watching SmackDown because I think I had SmackDown flipping back between the Astros game and SmackDown. I was a bad Jew that night. I didn't go to Rosh Hashanah services, which is fine. I was watching, and then I hear, "Let's go." So I'm like, "Okay, Pat McAfee, come out." I didn't realize that it was, because then I was like, "Okay, game day." I put two and two together. But then, he started talking about the people stuff, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?"
Oh, when I heard people show, I go, "Holy shit!" It's about that.
And then right when it hit, I think I screamed. And I'm sorry, I was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
How many years was it been? I think it had to be.
I don't know. I do not know. But, I mean, it was insane. I mean, the pop.
Yeah.
The craziness pop that he got.
He hasn't lost his edge at all. It's phenomenal.
Just going, do you allow this? Yes, I allow it. Security system. Fuck off.
But I must say, I think it's a build-up. He's not done yet. He's
they want the Roman Rock fight. Rock stated that last year it was supposed to be Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania. He didn't want to do it at that time, but he said that was supposed to be the main event, and Rock was actually supposed to win. But he's like, I don't want to win the belts again. I don't want to do that. I think what the big rumors are right now are that Cody is not going to take the belts from Roman at Mania. They're saying that Cody could take the belts from Roman at Survivor Series. If it's Cody, the one that's traded to SmackDown, which I don't think it is. So it's a lot of different things. So with this one, I think it was like Wrestling Inc.
Yeah.
He's traded to SmackDown, and Cody, they have a Survivor Series match between Cody and Roman. Cody wins, and then it's Chad Gable versus Gunter at Survivor Series. Gable wins the title. Gunter wins the Royal Rumble, faces Seth Rollins at Mania. Cody ends up facing LA Knight at Mania for the WWE title, or either whatever that's called, the Universal title. And then they were like main event.
You're basically saying that LA Knight wins Elimination Chamber.
Basically, yeah. And then they were saying Rock versus Roman for head of table name. So it's a lot of rumors, but it all has to be with who is going back to SmackDown. And with regards to The Rock, like you said, I do not think The Rock is done. However, I think The Rock versus Roman match, I do believe that Roman would win that match. And then, because if Rock wins, then kind of like Roman's legacy is almost done.
No, I think it allows Roman to step away.
Well, yeah, I mean, once Roman loses...
John Cena lost to The Rock.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Once Roman loses the belt, though, he should basically take like a long-ass vacation.
Yeah.
He shouldn't fight. That's why I don't know what the best case scenario for this would be, because everyone wants to see Rock versus Roman. Everyone does.
My gut is to lose the belt. I could see Roman losing the belt with Rock costing him the belt.
Okay.
Like, I guess he's sick and tired of him. So,
yeah,
we'll see. But no, it was great to see him back. And LA Knight still has his pizzazz. They're really building him up. He can't lose a match.
Yeah, no.
I'm okay with Jey Uso switching over. I don't mind it. But honestly, let the storylines play out. Like, there's some weird ones going on in the women's division. There's everything's all over the place right now. So.
Yeah. So, in case you guys haven't heard, SmackDown will no longer be on Fox starting in 2024. SmackDown is officially going to be... WWE shows will now officially all be on USA Network. So, which is interesting. Because now that means you have USA showing wrestling on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Friday nights. All USA. I knew there was some kind of deal going on between USA, WWE, and I know there was some dispute between Fox and WWE. So, and I think it has something to do with college football, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
But it's fine. USA, you get all the shows now.
Yeah, and it's been the brand anyways. They've been loyal to WWE for so long that let them have it.
So, but let's see. Let's just go ahead and start talking about all these guys that got cut. Okay. If y'all
didn't tell you what I'm most disappointed by?
Well, hold on. We're gonna go one by one.
Okay.
We'll go one by one. Okay. And then you can say who you wish would have gotten cut. I mean, there's certain people that we know they can cut and they can't cut, but so in case everybody hasn't heard, WWE cut a shitload of people today. Some names on there are like, whoa. Dana Brooke. Okay, I'm sorry. Quincy Miller, who the fuck is that? Mansoor and Mace. Okay. By thank God, because I thought they were cut months ago. Shanky.
Who cares?
No one cares. Bryson Montana. I don't know who that is.
Neither do I.
Dabba Kato. Goodbye. I don't care. Rick Boogs is a big one for me.
He never found his place. He should have stayed with Shinsuke. They should have left him.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Evan, you're getting a lot of love.
I know.
Look at that. B McDY.
I don't know what that means. But okay.
I don't know. Top Dollar. That whole group needs to go.
Yeah.
The whole. I don't know why.
Have Top Dollar the awful.
Yeah. Aaliyah. Sorry. Madcap Moss, or I think he went also by.
They cut the Boogs. Yeah.
Yep, they did.
Yeah, Madcap Moss, that was enough time. Like, he never found this place.
Emma, who cares?
Who cares?
Elias for me is a big one.
Elias is a big one, but he can never hit another mid card.
Yeah.
More than
Shelton Benjamin. Okay. Shelton Benjamin to me is a future WWE Hall of Famer. 100%. Shelton Benjamin in his prime was one of the top mid-card guys, so United States champion, Intercontinental champion.
It's going to take a while.
Right. I think he'll get in, but it'll be along the AEW so much better than WWE.
Well, that's my buddy Brian. He's been begging me to give him the link to the show. He just watched my show. He's a local friend, and he loves AEW. Loves AEW.
Yeah. So he's talking about you can have Josh Kimmel come on, and then he'll.
Yeah, right. We'll get Josh Kimmel to meet him.
And then the number one guy that when I saw got released, I literally dropped my phone.
Dolph Ziggler.
Fucking Ziggler.
But honestly, Ziggler, can't wait for Jade Cargill. WWE also will Pillman Jr. Yeah, he's right. Jade Cargill we'll talk about after. No, for me, Dolph Ziggler, he's been squashed in a match for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
He tried, it sort of worked with Bobby Roode, but and it's funny because I think Bobby Roode's still on the roster officially.
He is.
Which is weird. You haven't seen him in years. But no, Dolph Ziggler, I think he's if you're going to say Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to, but these two guys that they cut, it's going to take 10 years before we become Hall of Famers because when you cut guys, they leave a sour taste in their mouth. You don't bring them back as Hall of Famers very quickly.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler's going to go to AEW. Watch.
Yeah.
100%. He's going to AEW.
Yeah. 100%.
He can't go for 90 days, but
no.
Maybe 3 or 4 months.
The same way
down
why
the road.
Sasha's not there. Mercedes, she's not there yet because she's injured. But if she was not injured, she'd be in AEW already.
Well, the only reason, so you remember Aleister Black?
Yeah.
Now Malachi Black in AEW. The only reason that he was able to sign with AEW really quick is because I think I don't know if he resigned from them or there was something going on with him. Oh, he never renewed his contract. That's the thing. His contract expired. Yeah. He never renewed it, which means that he's a free agent, so he can sign anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dolph will definitely make noise in AEW. B McD is right. I'm intrigued what his name will be in AEW. Edge will be all. Yeah, that's the next rumor is that Edge is about to become AEW as well. Yeah. And I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago on our show.
100%.
But what are your thoughts on these cuts?
None of these surprised me. There's more guys that cut. My joke was going to be my biggest disappointment why they didn't cut Gunther, but that's okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Why didn't they cut Gunther? But no, for me, these don't bother me. I already thought that the problem with the WWE is that, especially now with the new deal with Endeavor, they need to become a little more top heavy. That's why I know that was a Vince McMahon thing, but they're trying to bring back people who sort of move the needle a little bit, and they need to get rid of the dead weight because a lot of the dead weight matches, like when you see Akira Tozawa and you see Dolph Ziggler now is getting squashed, and you see all these random stupid you need to have the stars up there, right? That's why pre-profits couldn't hit their echelon, but now with Bobby Lashley, they're more believable. You have, like he just mentioned, Jade Cargill. That is going to create a huge pop. Like the cost of getting her, even though she's still a newbie. By the way, there's no way that she's going to NXT. Like I don't care.
You don't think so?
There's no way they're sending her to. How do you go from being like a top champion, hardly losing matches in AEW? How is she going to agree to WWE to go to a brand where she's living out of Orlando Performance Center for weeks? She will not do it. She will not do it.
I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how that's going to work out because, I mean, everybody knew when Jade fought her last match on AEW this past night, like 2 weeks ago on Rampage against Chris Statlander, and, she gave the final handshake and the goodbye hug and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jade going to WWE, that's a big one for WWE, especially for that women's division.
Well, she's going to dominate. She's coming up right away.
So
when she's ready performance-wise, she'll be up. And there's so many potential amazing. She can go against Charlotte. She can go against Bianca. She can go against Nia. She can go against Raquel. She can go against Rhea because her athleticism, and her build and her.
She's gonna end up becoming a champion.
Very quickly.
Maybe she's gonna be a champion like right off the bat. And I'm wondering what her name will be as well, if she has any other names. Because what a lot of these wrestlers do is they come out with different names that they've used. Because I don't think she can use Jade Cargill.
I don't know what her other name would be.
I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let's see what the Google has. What does the Google have? Jade Cargill. Let's see what name she's come up with.
But imagine her against Charlotte or her against Bianca would be insane.
So she's only been known as Jade Cargill. Yeah. So she's gonna have to pick a different name.
She could be, because they're not going to use her real name, right? She's married to Brandon Phillips. I don't know which name she would use, but
yeah.
By the way, the team that they own, the softball team that they own in the new league, is actually in Texas.
Oh, okay.
She's Texas born, I think.
She is. This Florida.
Florida, but no, it could be based in Florida. But I know the team that she owns with her husband, Brandon Phillips, former MLB player, is in Texas, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny because Wikipedia already has her as a WWE superstar. WWE is suing a wrestler for using the name Blue Cane. They don't play with that.
Yeah, and I mean they're going to be careful with his name. Whatever name they give her, like that's must see TV for me. She's just a different animal. She's a different talent altogether. Yeah. She's very capable. So it works.
I'm just kind of wondering, like WWE always has 1 year where they're like, all right, we're gonna cut a bunch of people, and then
this is an endeavor move. This is an endeavor move.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali also got cut.
Oh, he says he's not cut. He says he's no longer associated with WWE.
He got cut. His ass got cut, basically.
He was in NXT anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, do any of these guys besides Dolph?
Dolph doesn't even bother me.
Really?
Doesn't bother me.
Is there anyone you would have wanted to see get cut? Like that's not like big.
I'm kidding. I was kidding about
that.
Yeah. If Bobby Roode's not coming back, maybe he's working in the background. I don't understand the point of him anymore. A guy who's active, who I'm not a fan of.
I'm surprised R-Truth still has a job.
R-Truth still has a job. I'm trying to think who's still left in the men's roster. What's Akira Tozawa still doing around? Like these guys.
Akira Tozawa is comic relief. That's why.
I know, but I'm just saying these guys are just like coming out with these matches to fill them in. It's kind of ridiculous. No, I guess because there's so much talent on the WWE roster that you don't even see them for months at a time. Like I guarantee you, if you ask a lay person, like, are this person still with the WWE roster? You wouldn't know.
Right. No.
But whatever they do, this doesn't change the needle much. Like you're not eating that much salary, but you need to get. By the way, all these guys who are cut probably have to pay for Nia Jax and Jade Cargill's salaries. Like those guys, those people are not coming back.
What did you guys say about Nia Jax's return? Because you notice, I don't know if I think did I send you the script for last?
No, a little bit, yes.
Okay, I wrote Nia Jax returns ... again.
Yeah,
because this is the second time she returned.
By the way, I don't mind having her back because it sort of happened. It sort of creates a little bit of a break between the feud between Raquel and Rhea. I was surprised that they squashed Rhea the way that they did.
Yeah,
but then she went in and squashed everybody. Now they're trying to basically rebuild Nia to the Nia she was prior to coming to WWE, which she was in NXT.
Yeah.
The only problem, the thing that we talked about most is that you brought someone back who is super athletic for her size and looks much better than she did the last time, but she's the queen of botches. So, like, you even noticed, I don't know if you watched Raw this week versus last week when she squashed Rhea with her Annihilator, she didn't hold on to the rope and literally could have cracked her ribs in half. This week, I actually noticed her technique. She actually held on to the ropes. So, like, Nia could be a danger for a lot of wrestlers, but she is a great talent for what she's able to do in the ring. So let's see where it leads us.
Yeah. No, I mean, I
didn't. Sort of like, she's that person who is going to go do what other wrestlers have done, face people 2-on-1, go squash them. Like they're rebuilding her up. Like the way Braun Strowman did it. Like they're rebuilding.
Can you imagine Jade Cargill versus Nia?
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know. Oh my god! Literally,
if
my god!
Jade comes in. Do you want her as a face or a heel?
Jade. I think that
goes against
heel.
Heel?
Yeah. Okay. Because here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand is, like, in regards to, we talked about Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I don't know why they haven't named themselves the Hurt Business yet.
Me either.
and why Bianca hasn't joined him officially.
Well, Bianca's on the road somewhere. You haven't seen her in WWE in a month. She's been touring and God knows what she's been doing.
But everybody knows, like literally everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
And
that's stupid.
Like Bobby, it's kind of hard because they make themselves seem as a face at the beginning, and then they beat people up after their matches at the end.
Yeah.
In
their stupid suits. Can they ban suits from WWE? Like, explain to me why Cody. Can anyone explain this to me? Why has Cody come out every single time he needs to talk in a freaking 3-piece suit? I don't get it.
It's just, I don't know. I think it's to show how much money they have, honestly.
No, only him, though. Like, this fancy dressing is, like, unbelievable.
I don't know. I don't really know.
No, but it doesn't bother me, honestly. Like, what only bothers me, I told you, some of the feuds right now are really, really boring.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Solo and then with John Cena and, like, all that is really boring. Like, they're doing a lot of filler right now.
See, and that's why, like, right now, like, there's not a lot of storylines in WWE.
No, there's nothing exciting right now.
Yeah. AEW has some storylines. I haven't watched AEW in a while, but I know AEW.
Yeah, but it's stupid. Like, you have the Outcast now with Toni Storm, who was part of it. Yeah, now she's not part of it.
And then, so Sammy Guevara turned on Chris Jericho the exact same way that he turned on Shawn Michaels years back, because they did the comparison today. AEW steals a lot of stuff from WWE.
But you know what I don't understand, which is a very much WCW, but they also copy a lot of WCW. The way the ring is designed, then they do, with a 60. I love how you do. You have a championship match. This I love. It's a championship match. You could look at your clock. It goes from 8 to 10, for example. It is 10:35, 10:40. This is a 60-minute time limit. I go, 60-minute time limit? You have 20 minutes left in live broadcast. It's not going more than 15 minutes. What are you talking about, 60-minute time limit?
Right. Someone's going to come interfere.
No, but what's the stupidity of 60-minute time limit? What's this nonsense with the stupid time limit?
I don't know.
So someone's not sitting there with a stopwatch, I promise you.
I don't know.
It's not with every match an Iron Man match? What is this nonsense?
But anyway, like, so this show is not going to be that long, everyone. The breaking news that I wanted to tell everybody is that I don't know if Alfred had mentioned that we're switching to
a little bit over every 2 weeks. Yeah,
we're switching to every other week, starting after next week.
He has to practice his tennis on Thursday.
Yes, I have. Well, because I have 2 shows a week now, I kind of just want one day just to not be on front of a camera. But next week, September 28th, 2023, exactly was the very first episode of No Holds Barred on this network. So I'm going to try to message everybody watching. It's going to be kind of like a reunion show, a year in review. Let's say that. It's a year in review show about how everything has gone.
You know what's happened in a year? A year of No Holds Barred and a year of Gunther really sucking.
Evan really hates Gunther.
No, I just think the belt on him is stupid.
Well, he's going to get the World Heavyweight title belt, so then he'll hold that for...
But who's the one who said that when he said Gunther sucked?
Yeah. But everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe to Fin Talk Sports Network. You can follow...
Texans.
We are Texans, are 0-2. We suck.
Fins up. We're 2-0.
We don't have an offensive line, so that's what sucks.
People said we didn't either, and we're doing great.
But like, subscribe to the network. You can follow my compadre at
Finstanza.
And I think my camera is going to be doing this from now on, so everyone get used to it.
I would uninstall. You just have to reinstall. I would look to see if there's a new driver for your webcam.
Oh, okay.
And then it should count.
Someone's gonna have to show me how to do that because I'm not tech savvy.
Just type in if it's built into your laptop, then just look up your model of your laptop and say like webcam driver.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. But you can follow me at capital N, capital H, capital B to that part. Yeah, no, thank you. Podcast and Alfred Matthews, _Matthews 713. He'll be on next week. I'm gonna try to get some surprise guests on next week. But with that, 40 minutes, not a bad time for a show. We will see everybody next week. Enjoy yourselves. Every Jewish person out there, enjoy your fasting on Sunday. And we will see you Monday. Well, Sunday night, starting Sunday night.
Sunday night to Monday, yeah.
Yep. Enjoy, everybody. Peace.
Bye.